You know, Sierra Leone, there are certain ministers in this bio government where I get a special place that me heart for them. You know why? Because they're incredibly good at their jobs. Yes, you can fault them, they blunder once in a while, but overall, they're incredibly good. The former Minister of Information, my brother, Mohammed Ramanswari, he was exceptionally good when it comes to making policies. There's nobody in the bio government over the past 8 years when near that guy the way it comes to policy. He transformed the Ministry of Information and Communication at the time before it was split up. It transformed them for the better. He put things in place that were never there from independence to now. You understand? He's doing exactly the same in labor today. When it comes to policy development, there is nobody in the bio government when near Mohammed Ramanswari. There's nobody else. You just read the things the way the guy they passed the parliament from 2023. When you mean I be minister, read the things the way he passed the parliament. You go see say no other ministry, no the way near ourselves. Then you come to somebody like the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Tim Kaba, my younger brother. You look at the diligence of his service. You look at the measures he takes, the way he conducts himself. I know they say they not get hiccups, so, but these are very special. Just few, I'm just naming few. But these are guys where I believe say any government will come, if you consider for give them a role for play, because they have a key role to play in the future of Sierra Leone. They have certain skill sets which Sierra Leone desperately need. And Siba, my brother, I think he's my younger brother. Siba is not exceptional to that. Siba was named, and me I put it on my page. Though you know they see which are the right good, you know they see, and the bad one I know what they see. It was the best performing minister 2024-2025, and I believe he's still the best performing minister at the bio government 2025-2026 financial year. Yes, he's the best by far. Now the only man will make the government and get them voice back. Now the only one will make Adebayo becomes so irrelevant that now if they do videos, nobody know they watch them. You understand? Now the only man will make the government get him voice back. Before him, Adebayo was in charge of Sierra Leone Ministry of Communication and Information. You understand? But Siba sometimes it can do certain things or say certain things where it's so they out of the way that you have to respond to it. Like I feel, this is not a personal attack on him, but I feel obliged to respond to him, especially when it comes to drugs, and kush. You understand? Me, I know the joke. I supported President Bio in re-election, but I will never tolerate anybody where they cover up things in any way, shape, or form, whether intentionally or you're just oblivious. I will never cover. And see about this in video. I want to let you watch this in video where they ask about admire Bio being in CID detention. Watch how he skillfully twist things. Watch it.
Somebody mentioned that the president's relative is not in prison. I think for what I know about that particular case, and it's very important to draw a distinction between a convict and an accused. This is, I don't remember the last time where a government of Sierra Leone, somebody carrying the president's name, is actually invited by CID. Their partner is declared wanted. They are held for questioning over a period of days, and after, then granted bail to go home for the work to continue. This is justice actually in plain sight. Somebody.
So you don't see what Siba say. Siba say, just because you've been accused, you're not convicted. That's plain sight. It's the truth. Being accused of something does not make you a convict. Now, only a reputable court of law, they will make that declaration, that judgment. That's true. But that is not what he was asked. But here is his response to really what he was asked when they say president in family and sibling was released from prison. Why is that? He said, no other president in the history of Sierra Leone will bear the surname of the president. Don't ever go CID or then detain him or then tell that person his spouse say he's most wanted. That is not the question. That is not what Sierra Leoneans are expecting from Siba. You understand? Siba blunder so much he tried for cover up. You can see he's covering up. What is Admire standing to accused of? It's not a matter of whether Admire is related to the president or bear the president in whether history. No. The level of charges against Admire is so huge. Fraud, bribery, you understand? Misrepresentation, you understand? Scam. These are things that even the government should be embarrassed to have a family member being associated with this. It's an embarrassment. It's not a moment of pride like Siba they put him to Sierra Leoneans. It is not a moment of, it's a moment of shame, a moment of embarrassment to the Bio family, to the Bio government. And this is not the first time. This is not the first time. This same Admire Bio has stood accused of spearheading the biggest kush manufacturing and distribution in Sierra Leone. So when Siba they can see the first time the press, this is how he wants to sell them to Sierra Leone. Let's say the government transparent. Just because the government looks transparent in within Siba they say does not make it so. Sierra Leoneans, we need to be aware. I have to correct this manners because it's just too much. It's too much. Siba was not asked to talk about the government, was not asked to talk about how justice they serve under the government. You want to talk about justice? Talk about Zainab Sharif where they rot in a jail for saying something that so many other politicians have, even the president has said something in Bond that's worse than what Zainab Sharif said. For saying something that so many SLPP hierarchies from the presidency go down there, they talk about all this stuff then they're not considered as incitement. So what is the justice that Siba is talking about? It's just covering up. It is cover up because it's we're gullible, we are very weak-minded people. Most of us, we're weak-minded. The man don't sit down and we don't massage that thing and I don't sell him. They don't ask him about government, they ask him but the person that stood accused. They don't twist the thing now. They present and say this government are the most just government. So they don't all admire, we lock them up, then they release them. What did they lock them up for? Now you talk about. What did they don't accuse them for before when they destroy the lives of young people? You know how Kush they ravaged Sierra Leoneans? Admire Bio stood accused of all those manufacturing and distribution. Kush, not only in Sierra Leone, but the entire region. Have you seen how people's life have been destroyed every time you walk around Sierra Leone? My brother, do not play when it comes to illicit drugs and justice. I will always correct you when you make a mistake. In this case, you made a mistake again. Do not play with the lives of people. Do not use words to trivialize things that are destroying the future generation. These videos you see, some of us are going to archive it. It's going to come back and haunt you. It's going to come back and haunt you. You have such a bright future ahead of you. Don't come and compromise everything. Answer the question truthfully. You've promised to be truthful and honest to Sierra Leoneans. Do just that. That is not all that. The same government today where they can talk Mutubata to Sierra Leoneans. Say today they don't get mind. Nobody in the government, even from the president. They come down to the ministers. They just asked me, brother David Senge, last 2 days ago about Josh Lajika. What he say? Now digression. You talk about how foreign government for then a double standard, how the guy escaped maximum prison, how he managed. Is the guy in Sierra Leone? Not a single minister or president has been able to answer it. Alpha can lie pan Sierra Leoneans. This is the government where they host Europe's most wanted drug lord, a brutal human being where they destroy lives all over Europe and Africa and America and everything, distributing illicit drugs. It didn't in Sierra Leone, don't in Sierra Leone for a long time. We government not get my even admit say the guy in Sierra Leone. We Justice Minister who can't sit down. Attorney General, Minister of Justice who can't sit down at TV. He talk about extradition. Yes, we are working on it, working with the European government, the Dutch government, How can the Minister of Justice talk about extradition if the guy is not in Sierra Leone? But you get all the other ministers and they can't deny it. So there's a lot going on. But I just want to spare these few minutes for correcting small brother Siba, for letting you know, say we are watching what he's doing. He's an exceptional communicator, and we pray for him. Let God strengthen and give him wisdom. But you should know that we are not all stupid. Thank you for watching. Share with Air Peters.